Hi, my name is Stacey Schwartz, and I'm an attorney with the Flammia Elder Law Firm. And today I have the pleasure of welcoming Kristin Grossman, who's a fellow attorney in the Orlando community. But aside from being an attorney, Kristin also practices in yoga and meditation. And today she is going to help us do some breathing exercises and practice on mindfulness. And with everything going on in the world today, I think we all could use a few minutes to step back and just take a deep breath. So with that, I give it to you, Kiki.
Thank you so much, Stacey. Hi, everybody. It's so good to be spending time with you. I'm glad that you're here. As we move through these practices, I encourage and invite you to be captain of your own ship. And what that means is that you choose what feels good for you and refrain from things that don't feel good to you. And as a gentle reminder, if anything that you see me doing is contraindicated by your doctor, meaning your doctor said, don't do that, follow your doctor's advice. All right? That's a deal. Okay, well, let's get started with just some gentle breathing exercises. And one of the first things that I teach is the belly breath, because so often when we're breathing and maybe we're stressed out, we begin to wear our shoulders as earrings and we're breathing from up here, right? Sometimes we're like this when we take a deep breath. But really, we want to be able to breathe like a baby breathes. If you've ever seen a baby breathing, just a gentle rise and fall of that little belly, or if you're a dog person or a kitty person, the way dogs and cats breathe, they let that belly expand on the inhale and just fall back to the spine on the exhale. So that's what we're going to practice first. So you can practice with your eyes open, with your eyes closed. You can be seated, you can be standing, you can be lying down. This is your time. You get to choose. Whatever position you're in, I invite you to take your hands to your lower belly and notice what your shoulders are doing. Are they earrings or are they down? And I'm hoping that with that realization of where they are, they're in the right place. And so with your hands on your belly, just notice what happens when you allow your belly to expand on your inhale. And just gently fall back on the exhale. And this really comes as a consequence of us allowing the other parts of the body to relax and taking the natural way to breathe as the only way to breathe, right? No more sucking in the gut when we're taking these deep belly breaths. Just allow the belly to expand on the inhale and gently fall back to the spine on the exhale. Good. And now we're going to add on to that. If you'd like to release your hands from your belly, feel free to shake out your hands a little bit. We're going to introduce the concept of a helpful word. So I'd like for you to think of a word that brings you a sense of calm and ease and okayness. It can be anything. It can be the name of your favorite place. It can be your favorite color. It can be the name of a person. Literally anything will work, just as long as it makes you just feel when you think of it. And then we're going to use that helpful word to anchor us in the present moment. And we'll take it one step further. We're going to use that helpful word on our exhale. So let's take 3 deep breaths together, using inside that helpful word, repeating it on your exhale to just anchor yourself in the present moment and give yourself the okay, great feeling that that word gives you. Ready? 3 deep breaths. Now, your breaths may be a different length than mine. That's completely okay. Your inhale happens as the inhale happens, and your exhale happens as it happens. It doesn't have to be at a certain pace. It's your breath. So we're going to take this one step further and add something very soothing called the ha breath. So the ha breath is done by whispering the syllable ha on your exhale. And it looks like this. And for a little science for you, we know that by lengthening the exhale just a little bit, so that it's a little bit longer than the inhale, it's very beneficial for our nervous system. So let's try the ha breath together. Let's try it for 6 breaths this time, using your helpful word to anchor you not only in the present moment, but to anchor you with your breath. So it's ha on the exhale and internally repeating your helpful word on that same exhale. You ready? Good. All right, let's take a nice inhale together. Good job. That was 6. All right. So let's move into a practice called the body scan. And this just entails, in your mind's eye, you moving to different parts of your body that I cue, and without trying to change anything about how you're feeling or what that part of the body's doing, we just become very aware. And I encourage and invite you to use your helpful word on the exhale. And if it feels right to do it, you can also use your ha breath on the exhale. This can be done with the eyes open, with the eyes closed, laying down, seated, standing, whatever feels best to you. Good. All right, let's begin. We're going to begin at the crown of your head, right up here. So in your mind's eye, I'd like for you to focus your intention on the crown of the head. Lightly resting your attention there. Using that helpful word on the exhale if it feels right for you. And then we're going to glide our attention down to the temple points on either side of your head. Lovingly move your attention down to the jaw hinges. And then moving down to the tip of your chin. Guiding your attention down the throat, down the back of the neck, all the way down into your shoulder points, those shoulder joints. Gliding your attention down the upper arms into the elbows. And moving down the forearms into the wrist joints. Moving the attention down into the thumbs on both hands. Down into the index fingers. Into the middle fingers. The ring fingers. And the pinkies. And now gliding your attention from the tips of your fingers all the way up into the palms of your hands, up into the wrist joints. Taking that journey, reversing it, we're going up the forearms into the elbows, up the upper arms into the shoulder joints. And then moving your attention back to the center, back to the heart. Taking a few breaths here, using that helpful word on the exhale. And then moving your attention down to the upper belly, down to the lower belly and the hips. And then moving down the upper legs into the knees. Down the shins and calves into the ankles. And then your attention moving over the tops of the feet and under the bottoms of the feet. And then putting your mind's eye right to the big toes. And then on your next inhale, in your mind's eye, we're just going to ride the breath all the way from the tips of the toes, all the way up the legs, the front of the body, to the crown of the head. So that was inhale. And as we exhale, imagine the breath moving down the back of your body, all the way down into the heels. And then it moves under the feet. And on your inhale, you ride the breath all the way up the front of the body. And on your exhale, you move down the back of the body, all the way down to the heels. This is called Ferris wheel breath. So we imagine riding this Ferris wheel up and down the back and front of our body. So I invite you to enjoy a few more rounds of this breath, imagining the breath riding the Ferris wheel up on the inhale, up the front of the body, and then riding the breath down the back of the body. Good job. Let's complete one more breath together. Good. And now, as we finish out our time together, I'd just like to talk a little bit about what our minds do when we're doing these kinds of exercises. So often I hear from my students, I'm no good at this. My mind's all over the place. Well, guess what? Everybody's mind's all over the place. That's why this is called practice. And so the challenge is to bring your mind back to the present moment over and over and over again, back to that helpful word on your exhale, so that we hone our capacity to become more present. All right, so I think we have reached the end of our time together. How do you feel, Stacey?
I feel good. I actually turned off my camera because I wanted to do the breathing exercises with you. Thank you so much, Kiki. And for anyone who's watching today, is there, how often should they practice these breathing exercises, and how often should you practice mindfulness?
Well, that's a great question. And I would say we have to breathe, right? So why not be incorporating these into our everyday life? Now, when things start spinning, right? When we start spinning and things get really intense, sometimes we forget to breathe properly. So that's when things like those three breaths, those three mindful breaths with that helpful word and with the ha breath can really create a shift. And so if you can think of that tool as a tool to create these little oases of peace within your day, absolutely. In traffic, sitting at your desk, shoot, that body scan that we did, it doesn't have to be that long. It could just be a matter of 30 seconds, and you doing that nice little practice for yourself. Any way that you can reset your nervous system on an ongoing basis is going to benefit you not only physically but mentally.
Awesome. Well, I know I feel a little bit less stressed just from sitting here for a few minutes doing that with you. So thank you. And again, my name is Stacey Schwartz, and I'm from the Flammia Elder Law Firm. I'm an attorney here, and we practice estate planning, probate, guardianship, Medicaid planning, and veterans benefits planning. So if you have any need for any of those areas, or if you just want to take another moment and rewatch the video just for some breathing exercises, please feel free to do so, and let us know if you have any questions. Have a great day, and thank you again.
Bye, everybody.